Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, I thought I'd give you a little bit of an overview of a future video I plan to do on what I consider a tour de force of turntable technology. And this is from Nakamichi, and it's from 1980, 81 time frame, and Nakamichi only made 2 turntables, and both of them were far and above the playing field, if you will. And when Nakamichi, at this particular time, they were just a powerhouse of engineering. And they threw the gauntlet. This is the same time frame as the Nakamichi 1000 ZXL. And they came out with a turntable, their first, which is called the TX 1000. And in every sense of the word, this is a beast. It is an absolute beast. This thing weighs 70 pounds because there's no wood on this thing. It is absolutely made of metal, the entire frame. Everything about this is extremely overbuilt. Whereas the Dragon that came later was made of wood and some other materials. The 1000 was strictly all metal. The post, this base is all one piece, and it's absolutely rugged. I mean, this thing it feels like military grade, honestly. But everything about it is also designed to be aesthetically pleasing and futuristic. It was ahead of its time. What separates these from everyone else back then and since is their centering technology. And I'm going to show you a little bit of a video clip here of it in action, but this piece right here, this section is on a little motor, and it rises up, and then an arm comes out and then sets itself on the disc as it's spinning, and then detects the little bit of off-centerness of a record. So every record, unfortunately, it's not perfect when they make a record, and the hole is not exactly in the center. It's off by just a little bit. And that's what creates that little bit of waviness in your needle when you see the tone arm and it's finding the groove. It's because the record is not exactly centered. And that's wow. And so it's going back and forth like this as it's trying to track in the groove. Well, Nakamichi, being the engineering brilliant team that they were, decided to tackle that one problem. And to fix it, they called it the self-centering technology. And they designed this mechanism that comes out, and before you start to play your record, it will come out and you hit a button here and the arm comes out, sets itself on the center of the record, and then measures that little bit of wobble and then adjusts the whole platter to be centered so that the record itself spins exactly centered when you put the needle down. And when you do, and you're watching it, it's like a linear tone arm, and the fact that it just doesn't move. It just stays very, very centered and very in the groove, and there's no wobble to the tone arm at all. Just the coolest thing ever. And this thing is, to me, it's up there with the Dragon technology, the 1000 ZXL. It was certainly the pinnacle of audio technology for the day for turntables. And what a machine it is. These are extremely rare. The information I've been able to find is that they made about 200 to 400 of these roughly, whereas the Dragons, they made 2,000 to 4,000 of those. These are much more rare and significantly bigger. The Dragon is more, I'll say, more like a standard turntable in its form factor. But these are, by any sense of the term, massive. They're 70 pounds. This turntable itself, by itself, is 70 pounds, and it's a monster. It takes 2 people to manage this thing. And quite unique. It will hold 2 tone arms. There is the standard mounting position here on the back right, and then on the back of the unit, on the left side back, there's another plate where you can mount another tone arm back here. So it's quite cool. And I think it just demonstrates the level of sophistication and skill that was at Nakamichi in the early 80s, and they were just hitting on all cylinders. It's just a massive piece of engineering from my perspective, and I think it sets itself apart in a way that it should be one of those type of units that's in the Smithsonian industrial engineering work of art, however, wherever the area makes sense, wherever the B&O CD player is, this one should sit aside it if it's not, oh, there already. But quite rare. It's one of the top units in my whole collection. And it's partly because it is so rare, but it's also partly because it's also just magnificent. It is, to me, the best of the best in that time frame. And it just exemplifies everything that was being thrown into audio technology at the time. And I think it was just a special time frame. That period of between around 1975 to 85, manufacturers were just producing some really, really cool gear. And this is one of them. And you know, it is going to be up for sale like everything else here in my collection. So I thought I would get it out and play it a bit. Oftentimes people notice that it does come with this little pump here, and it's kind of mysterious of, you know, what is this? There are some tone arms and things that have a pump required and some air pressure and things, but this actually is for the legs. Each one of these 4 legs has a little top here that unscrews, and inside here is a little bladder that you can attach your pump to, and then you adjust each corner here, each pivot point, and adjust the pressure to raise or lower the pressure, and then you monitor that with the little supplied air bubble here to make sure that you are dead on. It just so happens my table is nice and flat and even, so it didn't need any adjustment, but that's what this would be for. And it's part of the standard accessories that came with it, and just one of those cool little features and things that came with it. It does have an external power supply as well. They did not come with tone arms. So this was a standard table without a tone arm, and you bought your own tone arm to supply with it. Of course, also your cartridge that you would have put on it as well. But just, again, cool. Nakamichi, again, it's just one of those brands that were throwing everything in the kitchen sink at audio at the time. And just was a phenomenal brand, and what a statement piece that they made, and I think it just deserves a little bit of recognition here and there. I'm going to do an overall video just about the turntable, similar to what I did for the Nakamichi 1000 ZXL cassette deck. I plan to do a similar type video for this as well, but today I just thought I would show you something that's one of the most rare pieces in my collection, and give you an overview of that, a brief overview, and let you see what one of these things look like up close. I'll be posting. I've been a bit tied up with some things this week, but I'm back in the groove here of posting things from the collection for sale. So if you want to keep up with that, check the attached link to the document to see what's available and you know, what the pricing is for those. So if you have anything that you're interested in, reach out, let me know. My email is in the document as well. That's it for a short video this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you soon.